Welcome to round 2 of the Blitz, and I'm joined by Matt. How's it going?
It's going all right. I mean, week 2 of high school football is upon us. I mean, always important to step it up a notch in week 2 to make sure that you avoid going to get that loss. You know?
Yeah, and that's what they want to do. They don't want to get the loss. They want to stay undefeated.
Yeah, or with today, the storms in Southwest Florida, they really put a damper on many of the games in tonight that we will be talking about.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely did. But one game they did not put a damper on was Irwin and Berea, and they're looking for their first win of the season. They begin the season tonight in Irwin County. Off to their second straight start. We're going to start Irwin County. The cheerleaders at Irwin County, they find the camera. You will always be on the camera if you find a Fox 30 camera. First quarter, Bearing quarter on the keeper. He's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He's a smart kid, so he says, hey, let's try to throw it in the air. Incompletion. That's going to force a third down. And now he's going to go back to the run. And when he goes back to the run, he is sacked. Great defense tonight. I think that's going to be a theme. Punt team comes on the field. On the change of possession, DJ Pollard, wasting no time. He seizes the moment, steal away, puts the Indians on the board, 7-0. And it was the ground game again. Next drive. DJ Pollard not done. He's going to be run out of bounds after a huge game. And it was a great day to be Berrien County. The Monroe Tornadoes started off the season with a win. Now, it wasn't the way Coach Truitt wanted it, but, you know, a win is a win. But almost every coach would tell you they would rather have an ugly win than a pretty loss. And I don't even know if there's such thing as pretty losses, but Monroe looking to start 2-0. Coach Truitt prides himself on defense, and they come up with a huge stuff. Everybody swarming to the ball. Great job by the Tornadoes defense. Still in the first. Charter Christian with a nice run off the right side. He's going to put Monroe in scoring position. 2 plays later, it's Theodore Harold, the old tackle trap play. In response to the quarterback trap play, he's going to race into the end zone. 55 yards for the score. Monroe goes up 7-0. And in response to the touchdown, here's Monroe's defense on the quarterback Kiefer. He is sacked. Monroe's defense was really playing well. And if one sack is good, then it deserves another. Wow, both teams showing up on defense. But then we had a lightning delay. And let's hear from Coach Truitt on the weather delay.
We want to make sure we stay focused. Remember the task at hand, and it does. I think we had a little rhythm going offensive. I think we had a little flow going on, and after the first drive, defense began to play ball pretty good. So we're just hoping that we can keep it going and we get a chance to play. But we just got to stay focused and not let this delay keep us from handling the task at hand.
Now, a team that got lucky last night playing in the sun, Ladarian Royal having a great senior season. Remember that name in this one. First quarter, Trojans already up 6-0. Third down long, Lorenzo Moore finds Reginald Ross, strides into the end zone. We have a tie after they missed the PAT. Remember, don't forget about that guy. Royal, this is Mr. Royal on the ensuing kickoff. Makes a couple of cuts and is gone. He knows how to get north to south, and the Trojans reclaim the lead 13-6. Now the Cougars, they're trying to hang tough with the Trojans, and they're going to run the student body right, but they can't catch the pitch. And Jared Kaiser is there on the fumble recovery. Under 2 left in the first half, and the first play after the turnover, there's Royal again. Straight up the gut into the end zone. Second touchdown of the game, 19-6 Doherty at that point. Early second quarter, 27-6 Doherty. And it's Royal again. They pull on his jersey to no avail. He had 3 touchdowns in the first, adds another in the second, and Doherty goes on to win 53-6, their first win of the season. And Royal is definitely a leading candidate for the Colquitt Regional Medical Center Player of the Week.
Now, Doherty picked up a convincing win Thursday night over Colquitt, 53-6. Now, let's take a closer look at the current state of the Trojans program and the man running the show, Corey Joyner.
As Corey Joyner enters his 4th season as the head coach of the Doherty Trojans, fans see him as a coach, but players see something else.
He's like a second father to me. Every time I come to school, I know he always somebody I go talk to whenever I need help, whenever I'm having trouble or anything.
That was Karan Allen, a senior defensive back for the Trojans. He's just one of 7 seniors this season, not the way Corey Joyner wants to build a program.
All the great programs have 22, 25 seniors to graduate,
that been through the program 4 years, and that's what we got to get back to.
The day may be soon. This year, 19 freshmen went through summer workouts, the most in years. But Doherty's head man is focused on this season, even if he lacks depth in an important area.
The same 5 offensive linemen had to go play defense, so that hurts us a whole lot.
Where the program doesn't hurt is Corey Joyner and his assistants' passion for fielding a good team. This summer, as a staff, they would pick up players going beyond their coaching obligations.
If you want a good team and you on the East Albany side, you got to go pick them guys up. So, we pick up 20 to 30 guys.
Corey Joyner said he remembers former coaches picking up players too, and the tradition continues.
It's nothing new. We always did it at Doherty, and we're going to continue to do it.
And the dedication is not lost on his players, and even impacts where they want to go to college.
It'd be Georgia Southern, because that's where my coach came from. I just want to leave a mark just like him.
And we certainly wish the Doherty the best this season as they try to rebuild that program. Now we're going to toss it over to Sean for a look at weather.
Thanks, guys. And a look at tomorrow's situation here. Fitzgerald heading to Mercer University to heads up against Heard County. Now, kickoff, I believe, is at 8 p.m., so just before that, 7 p.m., well, no surprise, really. It looks pretty stormy, 70% chance of rain, upper 70s. Just around halftime, we're only falling by a couple of degrees through the rest of the overnight, but storms will be diminishing. Now, that is an open stadium. There's some question as to whether the game will kick off, so do stay tuned to that. And, of course, when there's lightning within about a 30-mile radius, technically, by the book, you should not play. So you guys get ready, and just in case things clear out, we want you to be ready. Good luck to both teams. We'll have more on this weekend's weather throughout the rest of the Blitz. Now back to the boys.
Yeah, and don't go anywhere. We'll have highlights from Thomas County Central for the game of the week. We'll also name our team of the week after the break. Welcome back to the Blitz. Mitchell County and Albany played in their first 2 games of the year, and Mitchell County is attempting to make it 3 straight years of having a win over the Indians. And Albany and Mitchell County met up in Camilla this evening and got right to business. The offense lines up in the shotgun and snap is bobbled. Eagles come swarming to the QB and make him pay. He sat for a big loss in the backfield and appears to fumble, but the official ruled him down. Now the senior, Cameron Peterson, is shaken up and slow to get up after the play. Now here come the Eagles in the shotgun. They run the quarterback sneak up the middle. Now next play, the final play before halftime, the Eagles try a pass deep down the field, and that's great defense by the Indians to end the half, but the game would end up in favor of Mitchell County. 20-5 is your final score. Now Valdosta looking to avoid falling to 0-2 on the year as they traveled to Thomas County Central for the game of the week. First quarter, Wildcats leading TCC 11-7. Calais Williams eludes a couple of tackles. Great run by the running back, and for a huge gain. Still first quarter, same drive. Nick Patterson gets the quick handoff, races into the end zone. PAT good. TCC leads 14-11. Wildcats next drive, they go to the air. Seth Schumann hits Bo Rodemaker with the pass, and Schumann then hits Jonte Baker over the middle for the Valdosta touchdown late first quarter. Wildcats 18-14. Started second, Calais Williams fumbles the snap. Valdosta recovers. Wildcats capitalize as Schumann scrambles and finds Wesley Veal. Great look on the sideline, gets in the end zone for a score. PAT good, and Wildcats lead 25-14 with 7 minutes left. 59-35 is your final score.
And last week, the Tift County Blue Devils dominated Henry County. Really, the game was over after the first quarter. But when people look at the lopsided score, they only focus on one aspect. But the entire team caught our eye, and that's why we selected them as the Fox 31 Sports Team of the Week. The Blue Devils coasted to a 56-7 win in Week 1, and they were led by the ground game last week. And by last week's Cold Creek Regional Medical Center Player of the Week, Barry Bennett. The senior registered 4 total touchdowns, but Coach Ashley Andrews says that was last week. It's time to move on.
This is a different week and a different opponent. After reviewing the film Saturday and Sunday, and the kid making the adjustments that we needed to make, you got to put that one behind you and prepare for a different opponent.
And Tift County, let's see if they're able to live up to Coach Andrews' words. Oh, a little whipping nay. I feel you. I'm not mad at you. First quarter, Colin Griffin on the keeper. And the Cook defense with a hard stop. Next play, Tiff. They're going to uncharacteristically put the ball on the ground. And Blue Devils and the Hornets recover. On the ensuing drive, Hornets quarterback, he's going to connect with his receiver, who's going to stay just in bounds. Look at that footwork. That's NFL quality right there, but a penalty actually stopped the threat. Griffin was short. But now this pass to R.J. Merriweather goes all the way for a touchdown. Tiff leads 7-0. And Bacon to Charters trying to rebound after an upset loss last week. Let's see how they did. There's a little wet, but enthusiastic fans in the Panthers spit. And the first half goes deep. It's intercepted by Georgia Christian, and the ball is returned deep inside the territory. On the ensuing drive for Georgia Christian. Nice run for a first down. Oh, pass play complete. Caught, and he's down. It's tackle right there. Next play. Now he's going to go deep. Now we have the screen pass over the middle. And he's going to burst into the end zone right before the half ended. And the two-point conversion made it 32-13 Panthers. And coming up next, we sit down with Worth County head coach Jason Tone. And later, we have highlights from Irwin and Berrien, Pelham versus Bacon. Stick around. Welcome back to the Blitz. I'm joined by somewhat of a celebrity. We have Jason Tone here. He's the head coach of the Worth County Rams. Thank you for joining us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's great. Coach, let's just get started with your region. You played in a very difficult region. Last year, you guys finished second, but you have Cairo in your region, Westover, Monroe, Bainbridge. How difficult is it to prepare for such a tough region?
Like I've said before on several occasions, you got to come week in and week out. You know, anytime you got a program such as Cairo, Westover, Bainbridge, Thomas County Central, who's won several state championships, Monroe, Maracus, you know, those teams, you can't take a week off when you got those guys in your region.
And Coach, you have 17 seniors, so does that make your job tougher or easier?
Well, it's definitely a little bit easier than it was 2 years ago when I started, you know, 15 sophomores, you know, so it's definitely those guys have kind of grown up and matured, you know, the seniors from 2 years ago laid a foundation, but these seniors, you know, they've been with the program for 2 years going on 3, and they know the expectations and the standards that me and my coaching staff have set for them.
And Coach, going to the playoffs last year, how has that changed the expectations of the people in Sylvester?
Well, you know, the community's always wanted to win. Dating back to the mid-'80s, early '90s, I mean, they were used to competing for the region and the state championship every year. There was, you know, one run where they were playing for it like 3 out of 4 years in a row. You know, if you're winning, you know, there's a big buzz and a hype going around. You know, if you're not doing so well, there's not as much buzz. You'd much rather be in a community that wants to win and expects to win than being one that doesn't care.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. That wasn't too bad, right?
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't too bad. All right, we're going to toss it over to Matt. He has Irwin and Berrien County. Matt?
You're getting a little ahead of yourself, Joey. We actually talked about that at the beginning of the show, but I want to talk about Crisp County and Lee County, who hope to get their their game started tonight on Trojan Field on time, but lightning strikes and add another 30 minutes to the kickoff. They actually added another hour and a half and kicked off, kept getting pushed back until 9 o'clock due to lightning surrounding the area. If there is lightning within a certain distance of an area, then they have to wait it out. Fans stood outside the stadium until they got the okay to go in, and fans were packed all the way to the high school waiting for week 2 to get started. Meanwhile, the players were waiting inside, trying to stay loose in case they had to play. Georgia regulations required teams to wait 30 minutes for kickoff, but if they can't get it started by 9:30, they have to cancel it. Luckily for them, they actually did start it, and they're up 21-0 right now. Here's Dean Fabrizio on the entire process of waiting when lightning strikes.
Right now, we're just concerned about if we can get this game in, and obviously, we want to err on the side of caution, and we've got the lightning meters out, and we want to make sure that lightning is well away from us before we put these kids back out here on the field.
And they actually ended up winning 21-0. That's a final. And let's toss it over to Sean for, actually, not right now, not tossing over to Sean. Let's toss it over to Joy right now.
All right, and Deerfield, they got ready to get back on the field, but they also had some trouble tonight, still hosting schools from outside our northern region in Florida Christian Academy. And as they tried to get this game started, it wasn't that pretty. It just wasn't that pretty. But the safety of the players is always first, so Deerfield said they were going to wait until it was absolutely safe for all players to come out. Make sure you stay connected to Fox 31 Sports for game updates about this game. And the Colquitt Packers opened the season with an impressive 45-14 win, and the student section was packed for the home opener. At the top of the second, Colquitt plants the quarterback after a quick pass, and he's taken down, and the crowd was not too impressed. But Plant tries their luck again, and the quarterback dodges the sack and throws it almost picked off. Colquitt defense was hungry tonight. Quick hit now to the running back. Plant's going to get a few yards, but that's not good enough when you play the Colquitt Packers defense. They come ready to play. Now with the ball going the other way, Colquitt's Chase Parrish finds Ty Perrell for the catch downfield. Nice completion for Parrish. Remember, he's a state championship winning quarterback. He knows what to do. Now, he sets up this play, hitting the line of scrimmage, and he will be taken down. So Plant's defense making the recovery and stepping up. Fourth down, Parrish looking to extend the lead, and he's going to find Powers go all the way into the end zone. And Colquitt has a great game as the state champ, winning 42-8. While Thomas County was playing, Townsville was stuck in a lightning delay, and we wanted to make sure that all those kids made it out very safely, and they will give you more updates on this game as we continue. As we continue with the Fan of the Week, we were trying to find the most enthusiastic fans that could show us the spirit of high school football. And we were able to get some good fans of the week. We weren't able to get some good fans of the week. We were able to get some good fans of the week. We start with the band at Doherty, who was a little bored after their blowout win over Calhoun County. And then the Tift County Cute Girls as Tift County was getting ready to play. And finally, we are going to go to the Colquitt Stadium for the doing push-up as they were taking on Plant. And we're going to toss it to Matt.
All right, and we had a Tift area playing earlier this week, and they actually ended up going on to win 32-13. And here we go. All right, cheerleaders ready to go. Let's go. Ready. They're all wet, but they're really enthusiastic from the rain. And here's the first play in the first half, actually late in the first half. Tift area quarterback goes deep, but the pass is intercepted by Georgia Christian. Now Georgia Christian is driving, gets a nice run for a first down out of bounds, down in Panther territory. Now Georgia Christian with a Hail Mary, and it is picked off by the Panthers, and they'll take it all the way to the end zone for 6 right before the half. 2-point conversion made it 32-13 at that point. And we'll be back right after this break.
And welcome back to the Blitz. The show was so much fun. It went by so fast. We didn't even get a chance to show you our player of the week or our player of the week. But be sure to go online to vote for our player of the week. And that's sponsored, our player of the week is sponsored by Cold Creek Regional Medical Center. And be sure to check out our player of the week coming up in a little short. That's all we have today. Have a great weekend.